After I left elementary school, I told my fourth grade teacher that I was going to be a fourth grade teacher just like she was. I thought, what could be better than having a job where I get to be in elementary school every single day? This is my 8th year teaching. I taught fourth grade for 1 year and have taught fifth grade the rest of the time. This year I'm instructional specialist, which means I team teach with other teachers, I model lessons, basically anything I can to help things run more smoothly in fifth grade and the rest of the school.
She's got a dual role with us this year. She works with students throughout the grade level. It allows her to impact more students and more teachers.
My main goals this year is to see the really good things that are going on in all of the different classrooms and share those ideas with others. I'm a huge, huge fan of collaboration. I think things are better when you have more brains working on them. I say that to the kids all the time, and I say that to my team all the time. We all have different things going on in our head, and if we put all of those things together, really good things happen. So all of the factors of 30, remember you can do a multiplication sign at the bottom. You and your partner get the same thing. Should I hear you talking? Yes, of course. I want you to talk to your partner. I want you to help each other. I constantly ask myself, would I want to be a student in my own class? And if my answer is no, then I have to change what I'm doing. Finding things that the kids relate to. It is a hashtag. It is also called a number sign. 13 only has factors of 1 in itself. Whipple, do you know what that reminds me of? A song, and you know how much I love songs. A lot of our students here at Barron love rap, so if we can put it inside the classroom, get them excited to be learning at the same time as doing something that they're really passionate about. I'm prime, P-R-I-M-E, only factors are 1 and me, factors that divide evenly.
And she's always looking for something new and something creative with the underlying idea of how can we have fun with this.
Aloha to Honolulu, Hawaii, Des Moines, Iowa, so peaceful to me. Helena, Montana, Columbia, Carolina, gotta go to Pierce, South Dakota, yeah, follow everyone.
I've always been a firm believer that rapport is the #1 most important thing in teaching. If a student thinks that you don't care about them, they will probably not work very hard and not care very much about you. When you gain that trust and when they realize that you want what's best for them, they'll work so hard when they know that their teacher knows that they can do it and believes in them. The times that they're the quietest and the most attentive are when I'm telling them stories about things in my life. My cats are always in my lessons because the kids love hearing about them. I tell my students I love fractions because they remind me of food, and I love decimals because they remind me of money. I'm tying it into whatever lesson we're supposed to be learning, so it's fun. One of my favorite quotes is, be somebody who makes everybody feel like a somebody. Every day, your actions towards others are like a domino effect. And I think when they get older, they'll look back and realize that the way they treated people, even as young as fifth grade, made a difference to others. These kids come so willing to learn, so excited about what they're doing. A lot of the time, school is their favorite place to be. I want them to be passionate about what they're learning, and I want them to also set a really high bar for themselves and realize that even if they struggled when they were young, that's going to help them overcome things in the future. Attitude is so important, and the way that they react to situations can change the outcomes of the situations.
She takes them as they are and looks for that one piece that she can connect to, embraces them with whatever they bring to the table, and uses that to get them to where it is that they need to go. So they feel valued, they feel loved, they feel part of something really, really special, and she does that so well.
I tell my students all the time that just because they say they're not good at something just means they're not good at it yet. With practice, they get better. You learn by failing over and over and over again. You learn more and more. Teaching the kids that that's okay and you can learn from your mistakes. Whatever bar you set for your students, they rise to that bar. If you place the bar really high, they'll sometimes even exceed your expectations. These kids might already know what they want to be when they grow up, or finding things that they're really excited about, and if the parents help support that interest for kids to encourage them to be the best versions of themselves every day, it will help them in their life from that point on. These kids are so resilient. They definitely have that Pete the Cat attitude where things go wrong and they say, you know what, it's okay, I'm going to keep going, I'm going to keep doing things that make me happy and succeeding and trying and trying and trying until they accomplish their goal. And I make them promise me at the end of the year that they're going to do something that's going to change the world. So I went over with my students the probability that there's almost 50 schools, elementary schools in Plano, and I'm only one teacher out of the almost 50 elementary schools, and so we made it into a fraction and went over the percentage. Guys, the odds are about 2% that I'm gonna win. Like I'm probably not gonna come to school in a Lexus. And then my students would get mad at me and say, Miss Wisler, you always tell us to have confidence in ourselves. You need to have confidence in yourself and believe that you can do it. And I realized that they were right. If I was telling them to do that, I needed to do the same thing.
Please help me congratulate Lilli Wisler, Barron Elementary School.
I was shocked, 100% shocked. The day after all of my students were walking in, a bunch of them came up to me and said, Miss Wisler, I told you the odds were better than 2%. You can inspire your students and you can inspire other teachers by inspiring your students, and it's just a really cool thing to realize that effect spreads to everyone else.
Barron, because we will always be Barron, because